Good morning friends. In this video we are going to know about the purchase return book and its specimen, obviously its types. As we have seen, there were three types of purchase book, that simple purchase book, columnar purchase book according to types of goods and according to goods and expense column. Here also in purchase return book, the simple purchase return book, columnar book with purchase of columns of goods, and purchase return book with expense and goods column. Right? First of all, let us talk about purchase return. We have seen earlier also, we have that whatever goods we are selling, whatever goods we are buying, sometimes if the goods is not according to our need, according to our requirement, we are returning goods to the supplier. So out of such goods, the goods which we purchase on credit, if we are returning to our supplier, it is recorded in purchase return book. So purchase return book is a book where the goods of transaction of return of goods are recorded. Which transaction? Transaction of return of goods from us to our supplier. Okay, so purchase return book. Let us have an idea why do we return goods. What could be the reasons for returning goods? Following are the main four reasons for returning goods to the supplier. The first one is not as per sample. Suppose they have shown us some sample, they have sent us some sample, and we have ordered goods looking to the sample, right? But when actually the goods is received, it is not according to the sample goods, then we may return it, right? What could be the another? Inferior quality goods. If the quality of goods is not as per the required quality, then we may return goods to our supplier. We have ordered some different quality and they have sent goods of some different quality, then that can be the reason we will return goods to the supplier. What is the third one? Damaged condition. Many times it is the responsibility of supplier to supply goods in a proper condition. He has to arrange for this, that goods is reaching to us in a safe condition. But actually when we return it, when we receive it, we find it damaged sometimes, so we are returning. Right? So when goods is in damaged condition, then also, and the fourth one is not delivered at time. In business, time is important. Whatever promise you do, for whatever time, you have to do your commitment. You have to fulfill your commitment. That means on time you have to supply the product. Sometimes if the product is reaching to the customer not on time, then it will not be useful for him, and if it is so, he will be returning to us. The same way, if our supplier is not supplying goods to us on time, then what will happen? It may be the situation that we do not need that material now, we will be returning it to the supplier. So these are the four reasons of return of goods: not as per sample, inferior quality, damaged condition, and not deliver at time. Now let us have a look of purchase return books meaning. Purchase return book. Purchase return book. What do we record in it? Credit purchase return of goods. Credit purchase return of goods. The goods we have purchased on credit, we are returning to our supplier, will be recorded in purchase return book. Right? Three types of book: simple purchase return book, columnar purchase return book according to types of goods, and purchase return book with the goods and expense column. Purchase return book with goods and expense column. Okay, let us see the specimen of all. Simple purchase return book. As we had 5 columns in purchase book, here also there will be 5 columns. There is only change in one column. The first column date, it is going to remain as usual, whatever it was earlier. First column will be of date and we will be writing date accordingly. The second column will be of name of supplier, so we will be writing the name of supplier to whom we are returning the goods. The third column, which is the different one, is debit note number. See, when we return goods to our supplier, we send a note with him which is known as debit note. What do we call it? Debit note. So debit note number, that note number we will be writing in that debit note, it will be written towards this return we are debiting this much of amount to your account, right? We will be debiting that amount in our books of account, he will be crediting that amount in his books of account. We will be debiting his account in our books, he will be crediting our account in his books. Okay, right? And then fourth column as usual, LF number. So we will be writing the ledger folio number, means we will be writing the page number on which the account of that supplier is maintained, and then final column is of amount. So this is all about simple purchase return book. After that there will be total and everything is same as purchase book. Second, columnar purchase return book according to types of goods. Here also other columns are same. The columns are going to remain same, only there will be change in one column. That is what, instead of invoice number, debit note number will come. Here also we will be writing that debit note number. Rest of the columns are going to remain same. Date will come, name of supplier will come, LF number, that where the account is maintained in ledger book, that number will come, and then type of goods, and then total. So nothing is changed, only one change, that is debit note number. Okay, before going through this video, you are requested to go through the video where I have explained about the purchase book and its types. Then you will be easily learning about this column, because in detail it is explained over there. Let's come to the another type. The third type is columnar purchase return book with the columns of goods and expense. So here also, this also we have learned in purchase book. The all columns are same. The only difference is debit note number. Here date will come, here name of supplier will come, LF number come, and net goods amount will come. Whatever expense, wages, railway freight, carriage, whatever columns will be there, and we will be writing accordingly. If it is GST sum, then intrastate or interstate, CGST, SGST, and in case of interstate, IGST will be applicable, and total amount will be there. The only difference, debit note number. There inward invoice number, here debit note number, and we have seen the meaning of debit note number, a note which is issued to the supplier at the time of returning goods to him. Okay, so this was all about the meaning and specimen of purchase return book. In upcoming video we will be seeing the sums based on this. Thank you.